Today, it's the National Football League. It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Desmond Ridder and the Detroit Lions.
On a picture-perfect Midwestern afternoon for football, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaunt. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games. Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Off the play fake, it's Ridder. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Going play action. Ridder out to his left. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 33 yards that time.
Ready. 33. Yellow.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Paris Campbell, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Now Burrow on first down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Burrow will throw. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now. Ritter. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
They'll run with Carter. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
They'll try to run for it with Carter. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Michael Carter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Michael Carter who finished it all off with a touchdown run. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Burrow looking to pass. He gets this one to Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The numbers for Mixon last week, 17 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's Burrow. And Ingram holds it in. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. They're passing here. Joe Burrow got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They will throw on first down with Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. Touchdown Bengals. T. Higgins from 13 yards out. And the Bengals are back within a score. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The center receiver in motion to the right. First down, here's Ritter. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Lions at 8-1 on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And they'll send Williams in motion right. Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3. Ritter has it knocked down. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Williams, the man in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Quintez Cephas. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very...
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Here we go. 180.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
Butker on for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 3rd down, Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down, able to find Higgins. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Dumps it off to Mixon. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And now they're in the hurry-up. And they go play action now. Burrow. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Burrow's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 2nd and 6. They go play action with Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Final play before the half. Here's Ritter. He will find his man Chase complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, and it's the home side who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Antonio Gibson.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
First down. Here's Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Mixing up the middle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. A handoff running left, Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Throw left side to Higgins. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll run with Mixon and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon, and the Lions will take over. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Now Ritter to throw on 1st down. That pass caught. It's Williams finding space at the 40. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Ritter off the play fake. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 3rd and long now. Ritter into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Burrow, he finds his man, complete. It's Boyd. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Here's Burrow. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Aiden Hutchinson. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Burrow. Aiden Hutchinson in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down. The offense on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be third and forever. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down. Here's Johnny Hecker now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
A give up the middle to Carter. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Another run on second down with Carter. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up, and now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide, and I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully. So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that
way. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. And Burrow going to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Boyd. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Burrow on 1st down. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. It's complete to Brown, right side. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Bengals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. To the 36-yard line, stop there. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Going to run again here with Pollard. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative type of game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for the Lions, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try